growth functions, relations and their properties, binary relations and their applications. Relations. So here we will see binary relations. A binary relation from a set A to set B is a subset. R is subset of A, B. It will be in the form of A comma B, where small a belongs to capital A, small b belongs to capital B. A relation between elements of two sets is a subset of their Cartesian product of ordered pairs. So now we are trying to find the relationship between A to B. These are two sets, and the subset will be the Cartesian product of ordered pairs. Note the difference between a relation A and a function. In relation, each small a belongs to capital A can map to multiple elements in B, whereas this is not possible in the functions. Thus, relations are generalizations of functions. If an ordered pair A comma B belongs to R, where R is known as relation, then we say that A is related to B, and we may also use the notation ARB. We will denote A comma B belongs to R, where R is a relation, as small a R, capital R, B. So we are represent in that notation. Now, for better understanding regarding the relations, now we will see this example. So here we are having the set A, and it consists of elements A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, and set B consists of B1, B2, B3. Now we will try to find out the relationship from A to B. So this particular A is having relationship with B1, A1 is having relationship with B2, A1 is having relationship with B3, A2 is having relationship with B1, next A3 is having relationship with B1, A3 is having relationship with B2, A3 is having relationship B3, and here A4 is not having relationship with any element of set B. So we are not mentioned that one in the relationship. So again A5 is having relationship with B1. So now we will represent this particular R in a graphically. So A is having relationship with B1, B2, B3. Here you can see the arrows pointing to the set A to the set B of element A1 to element B1. A2 is having relationship with B1, whereas A2 is not having relationship with any other elements of set B. A3 is having relationship with B1, B2, B3, whereas A4 is not having any association or the relationship with any element of set B, that is either B1, B2 or B3. A5 is having relationship with B1. So this is a graphical representation of relation. So a relation on set A is a relation from A to A, that is a subset of A to A. So we are trying to find out the relation on a set. The following is a binary relations on natural numbers n. So why we call it as a natural numbers? It consists of certain numbers. So here binary relations. Why we are call it as binary? Because it consists of only two elements, a comma b. So here r1 is equals to r a comma b, where a is less than or equals to b. r2 is equals to a comma b, where a comma b belongs to n natural numbers, or a by b belongs to z, some integer number. r3 is equals to a comma b belongs to n natural numbers, a minus b is equals to 2. Reflexivity. A relation R on a set A is called reflexive if such that for all small a belongs to capital A, where capital A is the set and A is the element belongs to that particular set capital A. So A comma A belongs to R, where R is a relation. Okay. So recall the following relations which is reflective. So we have gone through these relations in the previous slide. Here R1 is reflective. Why R1 is reflective? Because A belongs to N and A is less than or equals to N. So when we are trying to find the relationship with the same element, we are having the condition less than or equal to. So it is satisfying the equal to condition. R2 is also reflective since a by a is equals to 1 is an integer. So second condition is also true. Now we will see R3 is not reflective because in place of B we are substituting with A, as it is a reflective. Both elements should be in the form of A comma A. So here we are having B. So in place of B we are writing A. So here a comma b is equals to 2, but we are getting a minus a is equals to 0. So which is not a reflective. Symmetry. A relation R on a set A is called symmetric if it satisfies this condition. B comma A belongs to relation R implies A comma B belongs to R. So if it satisfies this particular condition, then it is symmetric. Suppose a relation R on set A is called antisymmetric if for all A comma B belongs to relation R and B comma A belongs to R implies A is equals to B. So it is an antisymmetric. A symmetric relationship is one in which if A is related to B, then B must be related to A. Antisymmetric relationship is similar, but such relations hold only A is equals to B. Antisymmetric relationship is not a reflective relationship. So it does not satisfy the reflective condition. Then it is having possibility to become the antisymmetric. A relation can be both symmetric and antisymmetric or neither, or have one property but not the other. A relation that is not symmetric is not necessarily asymmetric. It no need to become asymmetric. Now we will see about asymmetric relations. So here R relation R is equals to x comma y belongs to R square. So x square plus y square is equals to 1. Is R reflective, R symmetric, or anti-symmetric? We will see. It is clearly not reflective since, for example, 2 comma 2 not belongs to R. So it should be in the form of x comma y, not like 2 comma 2. It is symmetric since it is in the format of x square plus y square is equals to y square plus x square. The addition is computative. It is not anti-symmetric since 1 by 3 comma root 8 by 3 belongs to R and root 8 by 3 comma 1 by 3 belongs to R. But 1 by 3 is not equals to root 8 by 3. Transitivity. A relation R on a set A is called transitive if whenever A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C belongs to R. For all A comma B comma C belongs to R. Equivalently, for all A comma B comma C belongs to A, relation A to B and B to C leads to ARC. So this is a transitivity. It is quite simple. Is relation R is equals to x comma y belongs to R square where x is less than or equals to y. Transitive. Is relation R is equals to A comma B, B comma A and A comma A is transitive. So is the relation A comma B where A is the ancestor of B. First we are getting A, next we are getting B. If relation x comma y, x square is greater than or equals to y is transitive. Now we will see about the combining relations. So here we are having set A and it consists of elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and set B consists of 1, 2, 3. Now we based on these two sets we have written two relations. One is named as R1 and another one is named as R2. So 1 comma first number with the first number of set A to the first number of uh, second number of set B 1 2 1 3 1 4 and 2 2 3 4 4 1 4 2 and set relation R2 is consists of like this. So now we will see R1 union R2. So the entire elements of relation R1 and R2 we will write here. So 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 2 2 2 3 3 4 4 1 4 2. Next R1 intersection R2. The unique elements of set 1 and set 2 we will write. Common elements like 1 comma 2 and 1 comma 2 which is exist in the R1 and R2 and 1 comma 3 exist in R1 and also in the R2 and remaining all other elements are different R1 by R2. So normally if we write R1 by R2, what will happen? The common elements will be cancelled. R1 1 comma 2 and 1 comma 2 will be cancelled. 1 comma 3 1 comma 3 will be cancelled, isn't right? And we will write the remaining elements 1 comma 4 2 comma 2 3 comma 4 4 comma 1 and 4 comma 2. So why we are not writing the other elements? Because we are writing here as R1 by R2 not R2 by R1. So we will write the remaining elements and that is all regarding the relation